What's up, everybody, and welcome to Fill Your Cup Podcast. It's your boy, Spence Crosby, a.k.a. Physiques.
What is going on? William Taylor, New Wave Coaching.
And Tyler Wellness, owner of the Talent to Income Academy.
Don't forget to build a better you, build a Physiques. That's my little slogan right now.
And most importantly, man, fill y'all cups, man. It's
Hey, our cups.
What's up?
Mine isn't.
Yeah,
I kind of cheated a little bit.
I can't even front like I'm going to drink it because it's not live.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I'm going to save it.
Tyler has the most.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Fill Your Cup Podcast.
Fill your cup, man.
But make sure your cups is filled because we're about to spill the tea. The flavor we have for today is a turmeric and ginger blend, which is my favorite with the red raspberry leaf. We had this again. This is our second time, so I like this one. But at the same time, I think it needs more turmeric and ginger.
Yeah. Tell them about the tea sponsors, man.
Yeah, what's up with the tea sponsorship? It's like, hook us up.
Tea sponsors.
Hook a brother up.
What tea do y'all like?
Come on now.
Leave a review. Leave a comment.
Guys, the topic I want to discuss today is influence. I don't know why I thought about this game called Nobunaga's Ambition, the Spear of Influence, but influence is it's a very powerful concept. And as you can see, the world is influenced by a certain wavelength or a certain frequency. And each individual is influenced by something. And I think the biggest thing is learning how to control those influences around you and you becoming a influencer. Guys, what is the power of influence?
I would say there's a ton. So people might not realize it, but I bet you would feel awkward if you stood in an elevator and faced the wrong way while the elevator was full of people. That is the power of influence, simply because it's a socially, quote-unquote, right thing to do. To face one way, you're going to change the way you're standing because everyone else is standing that way. Influence is all around you, and you just have to become aware of the things that are influencing you, and then you can change your environment and change your life.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna look a certain way and just be like an elevator and see if I can influence anybody. But go ahead, Ill Will.
That'd be a good prank. I've seen that, man. I've seen that. But influence, man, just like Tyler said, man, 3 people in the elevator walking and facing one way, you look the same way, you're going to turn around and you're going to look awkward, then you're going to face the same way like they are. Because they all were. It's Apple. It's Tesla. It's, this tea right now. I'm drinking tea. I don't normally do this. I'm more a coffee guy. But I like tea, too. I've been drinking tea, too. And now I drink more tea because I'm around my friend Spencer and Tyler. And it's influence. And we understand it's healthier to drink tea. So that's just that, man. It's everything around you. It's what you put, it's what you consume, it's what you were taught growing up. It's the individuals who reach out to you, who taught you things and who influenced you and who you watched on TV growing up and whatnot, and the cartoons that you watch. It's all influencing you. So, yeah, it's huge, man. It can create an individual.
Social media influence. What influence does social media have on the people? I ask these questions, and I'm like, I already know how I feel about it. I'm just trying to get you guys' take. What do you guys think the social media influence plays on the world?
I'm going to jump in here and personally say, because I've revamped my entire social media. For the most part, I've unfollowed people that make me feel some sort of way based off their posts. And I follow people that I want to, help elevate me towards a certain lifestyle. I'll follow entrepreneurs with certain messages. I'll follow, some stock companies and stuff like that just to see how they're going. But the thing is, you can either feel like your social media is toxic or you can feel like it's helping you to move forward. And the thing is, people like Warren Buffett, they used to read, he used to read tons of books. He's, older now. He can't read as much now, but he still reads a ton. And you're reading a ton on your social media or listening to people. So again, you can shape that online environment and create it to be whatever you want, or you can become a victim of the people you happen to follow. But realize again, you chose to follow them, and therefore you're choosing what's influencing you.
Yeah, social media influence is crazy, man. It's something that we haven't seen yet in the world. So it's a new thing to play with. It's a new thing to understand. It's a new thing to learn how to control, I could just say start with just, controlling that influence, just like Tyler's saying, pick and choose who you're following, pick and choose the content that you're consuming, pick and choose when you're creating it. If I pick and choose to, or if I'm just influenced to go on social media when I'm driving my car, I might just be influenced to crash the car. So you gotta be careful of what's influencing you and what it's influencing you to do. So pick a time when you can understand, or go in there and watch your social media and control that influence. Turn off your notifications so it's not constantly bothering you. And just be wise of it. Pick and choose what you allow to influence you.
I think it's safe to say I'm not riding Will because he might be influenced under some shit and he might crash. So I'm good. I'm good. But as far as influence, yeah, I agree. It's what you guys said, and especially when people complain about I can't stand my social media. There's so many like toxic, and I hate that word, but so many toxic people on there. I'm just like, dude, just unfollow them. You create your own. That's what I love about Instagram. I mean, you can unfollow people on Facebook, but Instagram is like I literally create the world I want to create. And sometimes it's not always the best because you see that girl with that ad, you be like, damn, shawty, like shit. But at the same time, like,
thirst
traps, they out there. My girl listening, babe, you already know. Look, come on now, don't play these games with me. You know how if you see, you be like, oh shit, he look good. Like, hey, I see that ass, I'm like, damn, she got a nice ass. But all jokes aside, yeah, you got to create your own social media space, and I think that's very important. Like what Tyler and Will were both saying, and the fact that Tyler said he follows entrepreneurs and all this different stuff, that's where he gets a lot of his ideas, not just from them, but he creates them because it's circulating in his thought process. And he's like, oh, I didn't think about that. Now he creates his own ideas. So that's what I love about the concept of social media, because you literally create what you want to create, your social space.
And one thing too about say thirst traps, they're not gonna fill your cup like we will. So you gotta follow us.
You're still gonna be thirsty.
Make sure you follow Fill Your Cup podcast. All right. Give us a follow on Instagram. We're growing slowly, and we're gonna get a lot of content to you guys. But with the influence, guys, on social media, because I like this topic a lot, and I feel like we all have our own influence on our followers and on people in general. Tyler, he's an entrepreneur. We're all entrepreneurs, but Tyler does his thing. He has ways of, I don't want to speak for him. Go ahead, tell him. What's your whole influence?
Yeah, so one, I want to say, if any of my followers are listening right now, I thank you, each and every one of you. I get messages all the time talking about that I've helped you guys either think, into new situations or see the world a different way. And again, that is the power of influence. And I wouldn't have even recognized, that I was influencing so many people. I had, a decent, like not really a large following, but like a decent following for, what I thought was. And having still influenced enough lives to get those messages all the time, And so one thing that I do is I help, one, motivate people realizing the potential they have within them. And then the fact that they can turn their own talents and skills into income. Just using online methods, if not, wanting to do in-person things at all. So, yeah.
It will.
All right, so influence, man. It's one of those things that you've been influenced by things, so it's always good to allow, you to be an influencer of people. I try to put the word out there on my Instagram, eat healthy, influence you to eat healthy, influence you to work out, influence you to learn something. Influence my family members. The ones close to me, the people close to me are going to be influenced because they're close to me. They're going to learn and do the same things that I'm doing, So it definitely is powerful and it's life-changing. That young kid who's, might be in trouble and might not have his mindset right. Maybe an uncle steps up or a guidance counselor or someone helps him and influences him. It can change his whole life. It can prevent suicide. It can prevent depression, So I definitely feel like influence is huge. I definitely feel like we all hold a personal responsibility to use your power of influence. Use it for the right of good, and use it to do the right thing. Use it to create the things that you want to create for your life.
Yeah, I think that's important to make a positive impact on people's lives. I love when I get messages about, hey, like, I could do higher kicks now, or I want to do calisthenics, and I want my push-ups have increased, my pull-ups have increased. And when you read these comments, you're like, man, it makes you feel really good. And of course, you get the negative comments that just see you for an object, or they see you for what you look like versus the impact you're trying to make on people. And I think that's very important to play that role in everyone's life because we're all interconnected. We're all influencing each other. Hence, that's why I got these two on the podcast. Well, we got each of us. I have got on the podcast and started this Welcome to Fill Your Cup podcast to influencing people and to speak on things we feel we want to express ourselves, essentially. And I think that's very important, to express yourself and influence others. But as far as the positive aspects of social media, because we talk about the positives in terms of our positives. What do you guys think the negatives are of social media influence, or just influence in general?
Ooh, let me go.
Oh,
All right, so influence, like social media, man, it can be really like comparative. You'll compare yourself to other people and say like, oh man, like he's really good, like I'm not this good, or I'm trying to get my stuff like his, like man, like you feel bad about it. And I don't really think you should try to stop. Don't look at it like that lens, everybody's good, but hey, you're also good as well, and then you got to understand too, there's people out there, majority of people are putting their best life on Instagram. It's the nice headshots, it's everything's looking good. It's not what's going on behind the scenes. It's not, the days when they don't feel like doing it, or sometimes it is though. That's the nice thing about it too. That's a good thing. Now we have a chance to get vulnerable and also show people what it's like to be real, so that you aren't just looking at, perfect lives and comparing yourself to it. You can find somebody who's inspiring you, and you can be like, hey, well, he's not perfect and he's still doing it. Well, I can do it too, or whatever the case is. So yeah, that's just a little something right there, man.
I definitely agree. There is a lot of comparison out there, but I think that's also why, we might need to understand like the psychology of man first a little bit more, and then make like a manual for before you get on social media. Be like, you may be influenced to think certain ways when you follow certain accounts, and just, to understand that that's what you're going to start to see. Once you start to follow certain things, you might notice certain trends in your life, or recognize other things you might not have seen before. That's why I follow entrepreneurs, because they give me seeds of influence to like start thinking about things a different way. But if you follow people that, maybe bash other people, always have drama and stuff like that, you're going to start to notice those seeds in your life,
Social media almost needs like a warning, will give you cancer or something. Warning,
I know, right?
Stimulatory. Warning, might give you depression and make you compare yourself to others and shit.
And I think that is important to follow those who are down the same path as you, because man, I've come across some fitness Instagrammers. I'm like, yo, I can use that in my YouTube video, or let me use this exercise, and it works. That's what I love about it, because you can create the world, and there's so many different tools to help you succeed. And there's another way to make money. Like, I make money off my social media, and it's just like, hey, post this and I get paid this. Like, cool. And I love the clothes, I love the supplements, I love the food that I get. I'm just like, this is cool. That's why I love social media. That's why when people say social media is terrible, like, is it social media because that's an inanimate object, or is it just people's interpretation of social media that has ruined it?
That's a gem right there for anyone.
What is that word you said?
Inanimate object.
Right.
So you got to really ask yourself, like, is it social media or is it you? Because I do agree that social media, it's hard for me even, like.
And then that's a crazy question there, is like, social media, is it even real?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm just like
inanimate. I like how you said that. Inanimate
object.
Is it something that's real? Is it an object? Is it physical? Is it this cup of tea? Is it not
physical? So you got to ask yourself that. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know. Because I use social media. We all use our social media to benefit our businesses and to make an impact on the world. And I love the anime stuff on there, too. That's why I follow a lot of anime stuff. Because I'm just like, yo.
Motivating.
That's funny. It's motivating. and it's funny, too. Because it's just like, like the memes. You'd be like, one is like, this manga reader, when a manga reader walks into the room and like he just the stuff that they come up with, I'm just like, I love that.
Yeah, so him seeing that, this is gonna give him his creative flow, and it's gonna give him his humor for the day. He got to chuckle out. His stomach was tight. Little endorphins from it. So it's all about what you consume, man.
Exactly.
It's all about what you're consuming.
So would you guys say that how social media influence for the most part? Yes, how you use it? How you use it, Tyler?
Well, it's definitely how you use it. A lot of people, like, they might wake up and the first thing they do is grab that phone, and they don't recognize the feelings that they have right after. Maybe it's like negativity because they read a negative message, right? And that's it. It's how are you using the media.
I remember a time when I would do that. I would wake up first thing in the morning, grab my phone, check social media. Stay up late night, be on my phone, watch social media, stay up super late. And then it's like, man, I started realizing on the days when I'd be in bed and stuff, sleeping in, I'd check social media. I see something motivating. I see somebody out here running. I see like, oh, I should go out there and do this. Or it's like, oh man, I feel bad because I'm not doing it. Maybe I should go. Either way, it's just what you're consuming and how you think about it too, and how you're using it. You got to strategize. Don't go in first thing in the morning and grab the phone, I like to personally block out the first hour of the day or so. Unless it's like some clients or something getting back to me, or I try to stay away from social media first hour. Let me get in some meditation. Let me drink some water. Let me stretch. Let me think about something, let me journal. And then I'll go to it, So, yeah.
I think social media has definitely tainted my mind with the concept of dick prints.
Dick prints.
I never will forget when you have people that look at your dick prints. I'm just like, what? Like, you looking at the print of my dick? And I'm just like, wow. I'm thinking like this entire time, I'm trying to show my abs off. You looking at my print. Like,
some modeling shit.
I'm like, I'm literally, but they tainted my mind forever. I'm just like, now I got to be mindful of all of this shit. Like, now I'm like, all right, do I want to post this picture? And I'm like, damn. Fuck
make
it.
Sure it's looking right.
You gotta make sure it's looking right.
Is that what you want?
I wanted the abs. I wanted people to be like, hey, your abs look good. But then you got people, they look at your print. Like, I'm just like, yo, you do realize this organ protrudes. Wow. It protrudes. Wow. And I'm just like, and it's like, will make it even weirder because I'm by any means, I'm not homophobic. But I'm just saying, like, when you got women is one thing, like, okay, chicks like, shit, I'm rocking with, so you already know, baby girl. But I'm not gonna go down that route. But I'm just like, you got these I don't know how to say it, but you got men that will look at it. I'm just like, I'm so confused. No. Like, dude, you're looking at, like, that's my organ. Leave it alone. Like, I don't rock, and like I said, it's not an attack on like people who are homosexual, but I don't roll that way. I'm like, yo, I'm straight. Like, I'm good. Like, I like walls. I like pussy. I'm straight on. I want that. I gotta probably bleep that out, but I'm not. But anyways, I'm just like, yo,
rated E on this podcast, man.
So it's just like it could taint your mind.
That definitely is a scary thought.
It's a scary thought. It's a scary thought that people look at that. Think about. You gotta be mindful. I had a guy, he reached out to me and he said, yo, Spence, like, I'm starting to get into the fitness stuff more. And I'm like, girls will look at my stuff. I'm like, even guys, I'm like, yeah, bro, welcome to my world. They'll look and they'll say something. They'll either compliment it or they'll say some degrading comment. It doesn't matter. So I got a comment yesterday that said, how are you light skinned with dark nipples? I'm like, I just laughed. So one of the people that supplied me with the product, they said, hey, did you know that comment was there? And I'm like, yeah, I removed it. And she started laughing. I'm just like, yeah, weird shit on social media. Like, what?
I need to leave it.
This shit, because the only reason I removed it was because it was a reply back to my reply back to the lady that supplied me with the product. And I was like, I didn't want that. Yeah, the sponsors. Yeah. I was like, I don't want that on there. So it's just like, guys, how does that affect you sometimes? Like, I know you guys got to get the comments too. Like, weird. It's not even nothing sexual. Just weird shit. You're like, are you a bot? Like, what human thinks like this?
Yeah, definitely. It happened a lot more when I was doing more fitness stuff. So once I moved more to entrepreneur, it kind of faded away. Had more clothes on, people not looking at me like, But yeah, it still exists. Like, I'd get DMs sometimes, like, and I'm like, dude, that's an old photo. Like, come on. So, yeah.
Yeah, it can be pretty bad. I'm just like, wow. I didn't know the whole concept of dick prints until social media just fucked it up for me. Like, wow, really? People really look at your dick print? I'm trying to motivate you. Or you try to motivate somebody with a positive message, and people are like, man, I like the way your teeth. Like, I'm trying to motivate you. Like, why are you worried about my damn teeth? Thank you, but can I just motivate you and get out my inbox?
Yeah, sometimes, I wake up in the morning, I'm inspired to just make a message, right? I might be shirtless, and I'll get random stuff. People are like, yeah, I like the message, but why are you shirtless? I'm like, because I woke up like why not? Like, it's
Why
my
wear a
social
shirt?
media, I'm choosing to share this, this inspiration with you. I don't want to have to go get up, put my shirt on, and then maybe I forget the message or
Hey,
whatever.
do you know why they're probably messing with you, Tyler?
Go ahead,
It's
tell them.
because they don't want to. They would not talk with their shirt off in front of the camera, bro. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Or it's like a chick, she likes it or something. But other than that, it's probably they're hating on you or whatever it is, man. Moral of the story is, don't let that affect you, man. Don't let that weird dick print comment get you
Ooh,
down.
shit.
Don't let the shirtless pic get you down.
Mm-hmm.
The comments on it, it's probably something. They're probably venting. They probably got something that they're going through. Fill your cup, man. Grab some tea, meditate, use social media, and know how to control it and control his emotions, man.
Yeah, I think early on for me, it was hard for me to really understand, like, yo, like, you ain't got to respond back to everything. In which I never responded back to people, but I'm like, why are they saying shit, like weird shit? Sexual stuff or just weird stuff they would say. And so that's the stuff that I had slowly was like, all right, just roll with the punches. It's just what social media, that's what it is. That's what being an influencer is all about. All of us can attest that when you have a certain amount of following or just a certain amount of impact you make on people's lives, you are in the public. And so be prepared for all of this weird shit that's going to come towards us, because we're only in the beginning stages right now.
One thing I'm gonna ask, our listeners out here in the comments though, what are you currently under the influence of? Right? I'm not saying it's got to be a drink or anything like that. It's, your surrounding, your environment. So what's influencing your decisions right now?
The 5 people that you surround yourself with the majority of the time, ultimately, you're the average of those 5 people.
Yeah, I heard that stat before, and I think that's a beautiful stat because ultimately, if you're hanging around with some bums, yeah, more likely you a bum. And I think the biggest thing I have to ask is when you go a certain direction in life, people get jealous of that. Why? Like, why do people get jealous of the fact that you want to change your life for the better? They don't think they're better than you. Like, why do people get jealous of that?
I don't have an answer to that question, but what I do have an answer to is something else too. The other day, I was on a clubhouse meeting. Well, actually yesterday, and one of my friends in the clubhouse was talking about how they're recognizing the influence that they're having on their immediate family, friends, and everything too. After just coming to a couple of our mastermind meetings, right? We were talking about success and like some stocks and stuff like that, and how to invest. And then he would start to go and look up information on that, and then he'd be excited to share that information with some people. And then the next thing you know, those people are asking him more questions. They're really interested in, learning how to better themselves. So there are the people out there that will look at you and bash you for the things that you're doing, but they're just not ready to evolve themselves, right? And the people that are, they're going to get that message, and you're going to make that positive impact, and they're the ones you want in your circle.
So true.
I love it. Yeah, I totally agree. And like the whole fact that you have that meeting to impact others, and then you're planting those seeds into people, and then those people are planting seeds. You're just spreading a spear of influence, just like Nobunaga did. That was a reference I had made to Nobunaga's ambition. But the whole point is being a spear of influence and creating these other seeds and forming these other spheres that you can make an impact on the world.
Any takeaways? Is there anything that you guys can say to how can we help the audience create their influence power? What do you guys think?
For me, continue to live the life that I'm living and the being the change that I want to see. That's how I can continue to plant my seeds and become the influence that I want to be.
100%. I love how you said, live the life you want to see, right? And the change you want to make, live that change. Personally, I'm going to keep on doing exactly what I'm doing, making myself a priority, right? And by that, it's not a selfish thing. When I say that, it's a message for everyone to understand that the things that you care about, you have to prioritize. Make those things a priority, and that is how you will make your change. That's how you're going to change your life.
Boom! Man, that was like that summed up everything. Like, yeah, being the change you want to see and making yourself a priority. It's not a selfish thing. And I'm gonna tell you this straight up: be selfish as fuck. Make yourself a priority. Like, it's okay. You have to take care of yourself in order to take care of others. Helping someone that doesn't want to help themselves is helping no one. Just like if you drain yourself, because I see it close hand from my family that help people in our family, and they're not trying to help themselves. I'm just like, yo, that's not good. That's not good. Guys, anything else you guys want to add in to our podcast about the power of influence?
Influence. How to grow your Instagram account.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic. We have to leave that for a separate podcast, but definitely me firsthand, me growing massively in my Instagram following, I could definitely discuss the things that I use, the tools that I use, because I think I can help people. I might sell y'all something just so y'all can buy it.
Yeah, if you guys want to know, comment below and let us know if you guys want to hear that episode or what do you guys want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Comment in the section below, or just email us, send us a message on Instagram, wherever platform you listen to us at. Talk about what the topics you want us to discuss and whatnot, because we're very eclectic. We have a lot of different ideas and things that we do.
And again, especially once you go and check our individual accounts out, you're going to see that we have different strengths, right? And personally, I help people turn their talents to income, right? So if you want to make yourself a paycheck, ask us in the comments exactly how you can do that. Those are going to be some future episodes.
Most definitely, guys. I enjoyed the podcast. Our tea has been spilled, not only with the podcast, but also I spilled some tea over here a little bit. I'll get that up. But this is your boy, Spence Crosby, a.k.a. Physiques, owner of Building Physiques, Build a Better You. Guys, check that out. I'm on all social media platforms. I am out. Peace.
All right, y'all. So leadership, you see it, man. That's what it's about. Leadership. Create that influence. It's your boy, William Taylor. I'm signing out. New Wave Coaching. Check me out.
And Tyler Wellness here, owner of the Talent to Income Academy, helping open-minded individuals every single day make themselves a paycheck. Signing out.